Well, now I have to come back and try again.
Yep.
Up next is Austin Pyatt with John Cahy riding shotgun out of Box Elder, South Dakota with PT Racing. And that 98 YJ with a 4.6 stroker, 300 horsepower, AX trans, and an Atlas. His first race is right here, right now, at the 2025 Optima Batteries King of the Hammers, presented by Ford Performance.
Did I hear you say AX15 transmission in that sucker? Manual.
Yeah, old school.
Wow, that's old school wheeler right there. That is something that we do not see very much out here.
He's been racing with the Yellowstone off-road racing guys for a little while, and great to see him stepping up to Ultra 4 and King of the Hammers.
Yeah, just making his way out, taking the favoured line from Ian. So we'll do a little bit of a dance to the right, dance to the left.
Through the Gates Gate, and Austin Pyatt is heading back towards Hammertown. On the top of Short Bus. What a fun little qualifier. Like I said, I'm going to guess just over 1 mile.
Now, Jim, did you hear we're doing a competition between all of us hosts?
Oh, sounds exciting.
We have to go into the VIP. Miles will sneak in the back door if they won't let you in. And we're all gonna lay down our qualifying run on the simulator, the BeamNG.
On the BeamNG, and it's cool because you can pick different cars. So
what did you do? We should all do in the same cars. What did you did? Let's guess what car he drove. Let's see if we can guess. I'm gonna guess he was in a Gomez car.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I was in a custom car. It was just a BeamNG car. But,
I thought because I know you can go in and pick.
Yeah.
Like I know they have I think they have Gomez's car in there.
And the OG Bronco you can pick.
Yep.
Drive a Bomber.
Do you realize how
Shannon
embarrassing
Campbell's
that would
car?
be if I lose?
Oh, when you lose, yeah.
You can just blame it on the computer.
No,
but the one good thing about that is you probably wouldn't run out of gas.
Well, this is very true. Thank you, Miles, for once again mentioning that. That's 4 times this hour.
It would be funnier, though, if during his simulation
we unplug it.
someone had to come out and bring some gas for him.
So Austin Pyatt making his way in towards the Ford Performance short course.
Yeah, very, very respectable time coming back into town. Right now he's going to be coming up through that turn 19. Didn't take long for our drivers to get back to committing to the Yukon launch, which I liked. I thought we'd see a few more people sort of check up for a while because it's never a good feeling to be the next person over the jump.
Well, we were talking about this earlier, and the fact that, how many people have practiced doing a gap jump? The reality is
probably not many.
Exactly. Most of them will jump tabletops and have jumped tabletops, but not very many people have actually done gap jumps. So it does take a massive leap of faith. But that's great. That's why we're here. We're here for people to push their boundaries, push their limits, and to do something they really enjoy. As Austin Pyatt crosses the line with a 5:39.
Howdy. I think I need to get that scanned from you. Let's do it. How do you feel?
Good, man. Oh.
Yeah, you ready?
Good morning. Go racing.
Yeah, let's bring it home.
I'm good. Come here.
See you over there. All right, I'm walking around trying to find Austin, and I found this Volkswagen. It's pretty cool. check this thing out. It's like just absolutely mad. Thing's really cool, but let's see if we can track down Austin. I already found the True North Racing guys, which I watched them pretty heavily last year in the EMC class, but this year we got to be rooting for Austin, so let's see if we can find him. So we just ran into Rudy in the lineup. Yeah, he got it done and he's here, so I want to wish some good luck over to Rudy for the race, and we'll see see how all this goes. There's like 130 something racing in this class today, so yeah, we'll be hanging out at the remote pit. So I gotta go track down Shane. He's taking me out there, and we'll just be kind of hanging out, twiddling our thumbs as people fly through.
Jim's Mighty Mouse. He's like, I'm gonna bring it.
So Shane and I just got done loading up all of Austin's spare parts, fluids, and tools he might need at the remote pit. What we're gonna do now is wait for him to go through the first main pit, and then once he's gone through that, we're gonna shoot over to the remote pit, and hopefully he doesn't need any of this stuff, but we'll be there just in case. Alright guys, we are out here at the remote pit at King of Hammers. We're pretty much out here to hit press start on the GoPros whenever Pyatt rolls in. But Pyatt's already gone through or passed us once. I believe he had a flat, so I'm assuming he changed it down at the main pits. But the guys down here are watching the trackers, and unfortunately he is also sitting at 0 miles an hour right now, so we don't know if he's got another flat or what is going on. I'm gonna do the best I can to keep you guys updated, just because there's so much going on up here. The pit I'm sitting at is pitting for a team from Israel. I believe Holly Fowler's pitting out of here, and so is our buddy Pyatt. So let's see who comes through, and I'll share some of the action with you.
Junior is in a 2 hours, 2 minutes and 52. Brent Harrow's in a 2:03:54, and sitting between them, the meat in the sandwich is Cameron Steele with a 2:03:50. But physically on track right now, it's Woody Rose Jr., Brent Harrow, and then Cameron Steele.
Yeah, so once again, as Jim's talking about, we're looking at two different things here. We're looking at actual physical on course, but this race is raced 100% on adjusted time. So even though our race leaders
Let's go!
Watch behind you guys, they're gonna send right through here.
Alright guys, here's an update I just got from the main pits. So Austin's down there right now. He's got 0 fuel pressure, which sucks. And then also I just took a couple clips. A co-driver just hiked from where they ran out of fuel. Co-drivers just had to hike from where they ran out of fuel all the way to this remote pit to grab fuel. And then he's got to hike all the way back. So this is like one of the most dedicated races I've ever seen. I'll keep you guys in the loop. Fingers crossed that they can find a fuel pump for Austin down there at the main pit. That's where he's at, and that's the best spot for that, considering, you know, the remote pit. We're literally in the middle of nowhere. So let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. I hope to see him swing in here. So. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you guys an update, probably one of the last ones, because it's gonna be about 3 hours before we see Austin again. So Austin came into the pits. All we had to do was drop tire pressure. I think we went down to like 20. I turned on the cameras, so you guys will get to see some really cool in-car footage. After that, he took off. That guy is just rolling. He's killing it right now. right, so got an unfortunate update, and I will get you guys filled in here in a minute.
Cool it.
What, I got hot?
Something. What's your temp?
The temp was fine.
It was both.
She's
But
hot now,
the
though.
fire's out now. Oh man, you probably popped the head gasket, dog. Oh, is that?
Look out.
All right, we're back to the main pit for Austin a little bit earlier than we anticipated, but I'm gonna let him tell you the story of what all happened after he left the pit. So, Austin.
Left the main pit?
Yeah, or once we left. Yeah, well, let's start from the main pit because you've had an adventure this whole entire race.
Yeah, the day was going pretty good. Lap one, we stopped a couple times. We were having some issues with my window nets. They weren't staying in this upper channel. Gonna reevaluate that for next year, of course. So they fell out. Actually, the passenger one completely fell out at one time, so we had to pull over and get that fixed for a safety reason. Kept going with lap one. Did pretty good. A couple people passed me. I passed a couple people. Not a big deal. And then right around probably 15 miles out from Maine, I started having a fuel issue. And trust me, I know the fuel issue well because all three of the other races at YORR, I had this fuel issue where it basically sputtered. Anything above half throttle, like it just would not. It sucked, right?
And you did a lot of preventative work before this.
Yes. I actually added a dual inline filter prior to the pump, so it takes the path of least resistance essentially, and it's still by I said, probably 50 miles in, it started cutting out. So we originally thought, I didn't know what the deal was. I didn't know if it was vapor locking. My fuel pressure regulator wasn't working. It could be the fuel pump, fuel filters clogged. We didn't know. So the plan was make it back to Maine, pull things apart, and evaluate from there, right? So we took gas, we got to Maine, evaluated that. The filters were clean enough to not warrant that was the issue. So then the regulator seemed to be okay. So we just decided to change the pump. I had one. That seemed to resolve the issue. It took about, 45 minutes, an hour, I'd say. Every bit of that. Got that fixed. Went back out for lap 2. And right away we knew that the shocks were just blown. Like, we could not take the obstacles at speed. Like, it was rough. So we went a little slower, but nice thing was we were so far behind the other people, we had no dust whatsoever. Struggled with that on lap 1. So going out through the desert sections where you can get up to 60 mile an hour, like super awesome, right? Nice smooth road, no dust ahead of us, felt great, but yeah, the shocks were definitely blown. Made it all the way to remote pit. No, sorry, made it all the way to the first rock trail, because on lap 2 you start doing rocks. Whether that's aftershock or out of limits, can't remember which one we did. But that first rock trail, as soon as we got into it, we ran into traffic. There were people hung up everywhere. I saw an alternative line immediately. So I told John, go ahead and get out, just in case we got a winch. Go spot that line, make sure we can actually get through on the other side, because I couldn't see it. There's probably 4 or 5 cars broken or in the way. And he's like, you're good, take that line. We took it, passed, like I said, 4 or 5 cars. Got rolling again, made it up to the waterfall on whatever trail this was. That is a winch obstacle all day long, and it's hard because they put an RCP in the trail to where you have to do it. You can't bypass it whatsoever. So we pulled up to it, pulled the winch out immediately, made it through really fast. Kept going. I think I actually got around Ben in the red Jeep, Ben from JK Gear Gadgets. I don't know how or why I got around. I think his co-driver wasn't in the car fast enough. That's honestly why. So I got around him, made it to a remote pit. We took fuel just in case, and then I wanted to lower the tire pressure. That's the main reason we stopped, because the shocks are so rough. So instead of running the 22 to 25 we were at, we dropped it down to 15, make it a little softer. Plus we're doing just rocks now at this point. So did all that, went back out. I think we had a little rock section, and then it was a sand hill that, like, maybe 2 or 3 miles from the pit. That's what took us out severely. So as we're going up this sand hill, there's 2 cars in front of me, so I couldn't carry momentum. So I got stopped, and as soon as you stop in sand as you're going uphill, you dig. This thing doesn't have the horsepower to just keep going. So I started digging. I was on the rev limiter for probably 5 minutes straight. Coolant got hot, and then before anything happened with the coolant or anything, I felt a weird front end noise because you're sitting there bouncing in the sand, right, trying to dig, trying to find traction, and the carrier bearing for my 2-piece front shaft ended up letting go.
It's like a boom dust sand.
A very is what it is. Should have had a spare. There's nothing.
Are you able to upgrade that carrier bearing?
No, that's supposed to be. It's from Busted Knuckle. It's supposed to be like the top of the line. Like that's what they run on rock mounters. I've had it in for about 2 years, so I'm not sure what exactly failed. So hopefully I can prevent it from happening in the future. But there's not really an upgrade to that whatsoever.
Yeah.
But as that let go and I was pulled over to try to, so we were almost up the hill. We were about 90% of the way up the hill. And we pulled over to check it out, make sure that the gears weren't busted, I didn't break a shaft. As soon as I pulled over and he was about to hop out, smoke started coming out of the hood.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Like really bad. And then John got out, my co-driver, and said that we were on fire. So I was about to grab a fire extinguisher. we were like, holy shit, we're gonna burn down. Ended up being, I think, just coolant. Coolant got super high, it spiked. We were sitting at 210, all of a sudden we're at 265. That's a huge jump. So we thought we blew a head gasket. We thought something severe happened that was gonna take us out for sure.
Oh man, you probably popped the head gasket, dog.
Before we even saw the carrier bearing. So we let it cool down, started evaluating what the front end was as that was happening, because coolant was literally just shooting straight up in the sky, like 10 feet in the air. It was kind of crazy. And then I saw that the carrier bearing was toast, so we're like, we're done. Like we don't have a spare one. Two, to try to go source one and still get out and finish all the rock trails. It's not fathomable.
Yeah.
So.
Well, sounds like it was quite the adventure.
It was.
Getting done. But I mean, now we have a good idea of where to go from for next year. We know what to look for. Obviously, shocks and a different carrier bearing are going to be in the future of this thing too.
Everything else held up great. Tires did amazing. I didn't swap a single spare.
These were Toyo Open countries, right? That you're running?
MTs. Everybody else was having tire issues left and right.
Oh yeah.
Wheels held up great. All my links, I think I had one jam nut come loose, so steering was fine. Like.
That's great. I mean, overall, the car did pretty good for its first run in King of Hammers, so it's something to be proud of, Austin. But yeah, well, we're gonna go ahead and just enjoy the rest of the day. But Austin, I guess we'll see where this goes from next year.
Yeah, see you next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, your header wrap was on fire.
Sick.